flat-out rejection by a single judge.
Then feast on
it. Based purely on emotion and not fact. The first judge basically said, "How dare I appeal my unfair sentence that violated my rights?" He said that I was lucky all I got was £1,000 and then the judge threatened to arrest my lawyer for doing it. So obviously the judge was very consistent about that. Then he said that there was another rejection, however, with a long list. So after that, that's actually what the law says. It's quite a big law. And we were not asking them to hear either the High Court or the Supreme Court to hear a review. So basically, he stood in front of the highest judges in Scotland to appeal to be able to appeal. They, however, rejected this and said so we decided to just do it in very centre case the Supreme Court after the offer the High Court gave us a flat
Summon the brand
to even hear the case. It's just absolutely madness. Now, why? You have absolutely right. Countries in Scandinavia. Everybody in those countries. He submitted our case, and after months, he finally held back, and there was a rejection. Well, it turns out we were caught in a complete catch-22. You see, in order to submit your case to the jar, you have to first exhaust all domestic remedies first, meaning we have to have at least had a hearing or review in all of the appeal courts in Britain. So that's the Sheriff Court, the High Court, the Supreme Court, all of which we applied to. But you also have to file your case in the EHR within a certain time period of so let's say you got here from the Supreme Court and you rejected, then after that rejection, you file the EHR. You can't just say in 5 years later. Now, you know the problem with the High Court and the Supreme Court, which is not those legitimate exceptions. We only got a hearing with the Sheriff Court, which at this point so, I said that notified the High or Supreme Court yet. Do that and get back to us. So we couldn't file the case within the time limit because we had to exhaust all domestic remedies, but in order to exhaust all domestic remedies, we would have to run out the time limit. Catch 22. We were fucked from the start. The system is absolutely broken and does not work. Is everyone starting to understand why I became a libertarian? There is a fantastic book by a man called Hans Hermann Horde. It's called Democracy, the God That Failed. You should read it. So, as for what happened now, nothing. There is absolutely nothing I can do. The state got to violate my human rights, speech, by arresting me, branding me as a criminal, and stealing my
Let
money
it begin!
all over a joke. And they got away with it. They just absolutely got away with it. We do not have a system in place right now to hold the state accountable. And there are a lot of people out there who don't like me really happy about all that, not realising that there are companies walking the ground. Because what happens one day when the government decides what if the government one day decides to advocate for communist and socialist education stuff or anything else that's like now it's goes to the ball. That will never happen. Well, I also got to get rid of the jokes that will happen yet until we fucking are. Also, smiling about what happened to me. If it happened to you one day, the way things are going, probably fucking well, what will you do then? Turns out absolutely fuck all if they have okay? It's probably important either, even though there are many careers are literally red, but they're having to be so now they want to start when I started this one, I promised to full transparency of all of the funds and breakdown report of all of the expenses, which I'm going to post publicly for everyone to see where the and as I said from the beginning,
If you can!
most of them gave after their charity and why with the danger of the charity so everyone put their hands together and congratulations to the journalists, congratulations, and actually we have chosen charity to help everybody to help children. I then try and dozen charities and they all rejected the donation. But after a lot of work friends, I managed to find a charity willing to accept the money. They are called Go Together and they are basically and very many people that struggle impoverished families, and they also run food banks that provide toiletries and other essentials. They also run groups to help families struggling with addiction, while also providing children and they provide help them get their life back on track and back in and they plan other programs. I have great respect for However, all of this proves that freedom of speech is basic fundamental human right. Doesn't exist at this time. Freedom of speech is a human right that all other human rights are built on. And we simply don't have any. We don't have one right. Another problem with this situation, as I like is just the justice system, and it's very much not at all important. The prosecutor will apply to take up any court stretch out, and when that inevitably convicts, our state is currently at will go around violating human rights, and we have no way of holding account. Why are more people not worried about it? So, violent threat. This is going to be another one of those like, it's joking, is it being serious? One thing we actually can do is we can make sure that the importance of human rights and he doesn't have rights from the society is trying to use your cause. Yeah, you can try to use your phone. However, pretty much all of the established parties could not get rights for shit. If anything, all of them have had no laws to but one thing you can do is join the Scottish Libertarian Party. Maybe we can get some people in Parliament that actually give a shit about human rights and freedom. I'll put a link to this down below, and I would like to point out that all together are not particularly for the charity. They are just charities and I'm going to keep this man, but I will keep it. Keep doing stand up for you. Stick around. All of you, all like positive. I'm more all of you who donated, all of you who supported me, all of you who sent me messages, all of you who watched me share my videos, like, subscribe, all of those things, like, very strong to you. They're very helpful for me. So, every single one of you, all of me, all of you that watch my videos, from here, from me, and my family, thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
It's Friday, so instead of starting off with something too dark, we're gonna have a bit of a laugh. Joe Biden finishes reading a sentence from the teleprompter with, quote, end of quote, repeat the line. Joe Biden, once again,
moron.
reading the teleprompter verbatim because his brain doesn't work. This is not the first time that Joe Biden has read the prompter verbatim, but here's where it gets so juicy. White House staff and previously the media have tried to defend Joe Biden pulling a Ron Burgundy. Now, perhaps the story is not the most important thing in the world. Joe Biden was talking about an executive order pertaining to abortion rights. So, we can talk about that too. There's also some really damning information related to Joe Biden allowing U.S. strategic oil to be exported to China through a company that his son is involved with. We'll get into all the details on that as well. And that's dark stuff. But while this may be silly and it may be funny, there are many, many circumstances where Joe Biden has said nonsense, gibberish words, and even confused countries or outright alluded to war with other countries. Okay, we gotta talk about two things. We need to expose as many people as possible to the insane things that Joe Biden says and break down how the media manipulates you. For those of us that know Joe Biden gaffes, we can point to the video, but then what happens is the White House comes out and says, he was saying end quote, people say that all the time. And he said, let me repeat the line. That's the narrative that goes out through the fact checkers. I will prove that narrative wrong. You see, what happens is, those of us who actually listen to the president, be it Trump, and we know the media is lying about what Trump really said, or Biden, and we know the media is lying about what Biden really said, we know. The regular people who only get their news filtered through the lens of the corporate press don't know. Donald Trump was accused of calling white supremacists very fine people. It never happened. In fact, his actual quote was, I am not talking about the white nationalists. They should be condemned totally. That's what he said. But the media lied. And Joe Biden lied. And then Joe Biden said, Vatican care, turning on a shot of pressure. Next now, recent. He called Syria Libya. He accidentally alluded to going to war with China. And every time this happens, the media covers it up. That's what we need to expose. We need to show the people who don't believe these videos the full context. Don't believe me? Maybe you're one of these people and you're like, this dude's got to be lying. Because I saw the news, Trump said all those things. Let me show you the videos. Let me talk to you about the serious ramifications of Joe Biden's inability to speak properly. And of course, for those of us that just want to find humor in everything, we can have a good laugh at the insanity that is Joe Biden's inability to speak. Well, actually, I should say it's scary and it's kind of sad. It is funny in a certain sense. But when you think about how the president might accidentally call for a military strike in Libya, it's actually kind of scary. Look, I understand there's a lot of issues with Donald Trump. I hear you, man. He may have spoke clearly, but he was kind of a dick in a lot of ways. I mean, look, he called Tony horse face. He called a fat pig or something like that.
Well, or is it?
I understand.
He is a fat pig.
Or a celebrity or a comedian, and he's got content, but the president is speaking. So it is fair criticism. I do. And you should also think it's a fair criticism when we say Joe Biden's inability to speak is going to get deeper. So let's read the news. Before we get started, my friends, head over to timcast.com and become a member to help support our work. Click that sign up button top right. Become a member, you'll get access to exclusive segments from the Timcast IRL podcast. The new show, Tales from the Inverted World, these episodes are up to an hour long, investigating Season 2 of Lost, Confederate Gold. It's a really expensive show to produce, and we're hoping that many people want to sign up and watch the new shows we're launching, so please support our work. We want to turn Timcast into a streaming video on demand service like Disney Plus, like Netflix, like Daily Wire. You want to create content for regular people who want to get away from all that political stuff. But of course, Timcast News, of course I'm political and I'm opinionated. Support our work. Don't forget, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to this channel. Hit that little notification bell. Apparently that matters. Share this video everywhere you can, because this is what's really important. I'm going to break down how the media lies to you. Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe I'm too biased, and a lot of people just won't want to watch this, but I'll try. If you know people who don't believe it, if you know people who believe the media, show them this video. Because I'm going to walk you through it and break it all down. Of course, I only use NewsGuard certified sources. Here's the video, posted on Daily Wire. Joe Biden finishes reading a sentence from the teleprompter with end of quote, repeat the line. Let's just listen to it.
It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who cast the ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line. Women are not.
Let me just play for you that again.
Consistently higher than the percentage of men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line.
End of quote, repeat the line. Those are teleprompter instructions. They're not supposed to be read. This is Joe Biden reading the instructions verbatim. Remember just recently, he was holding up that card and it said, you address the audience. You shake thinner hands. He has cards telling him what to do for whatever reason. But this, I'll tell you what this is really about. Now, when I saw this, I laughed my ass off. It's hilarious. He's pulling a Ron Burgundy. It's not the first time he's done it. But what's really funny is how they're trying to lie for leaders. In this tweet, Emily Simons, who is the White House Assistant Press Secretary, said, no, he said, let me repeat that line. No, he didn't. Are you nuts? The gaslighting. And now here's why they do it. Because the media, when they pick up the story, they will say conservatives accuse Joe Biden of saying things. White House rejected that, saying, no, he said this thing. And people who get their news filtered through the fake media will believe it for it. Benny Johnson chimed in saying he didn't. Why lie? And he made another video telling it over and over again. End of quote, repeat the line. Now, hold on. Some may try to make an argument that he's just saying end quote, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get to that. Here we have Christina Shaw, the spokesperson for Ron DeSantis, said, everyone can see the video and hear what he said, yet you are lying about it. Do you think 1984 was an instruction manual? I'll repeat this wrong. The reason why she says this is because they don't care what you think. They know you know they're lying. They know you know that they are lying. But there are regular people in this country who don't know. And they will open up USA Today. And it will say, conservatives accuse Joe Biden of reading prompter instructions. The White House says this is wrong. They'll then include her statement saying, Joe Biden actually said, let me repeat that line. Clearly the conservatives are not right? Then they'll show it to all of your friends who will be like, you're wrong, sorry, you're crazy. That's what they have been doing. Take a look at this story. From November 23rd, 2021, the New York Post reports, end of quote, Biden's Ron Burgundy moment was part of the script on teleprompter. President Biden appeared to have a Ron Burgundy moment Tuesday while reading a speech about gas prices on the teleprompter, but the reference turned out to be part of the script. Biden was compared to the fictional newscaster from the movie Anchorman when he recited the words end of quote after referencing a statement from the CEO of Walmart. However, it turns out Biden was actually trying to end the quote and move on to another point. Oh, New York Post, thanks for clarifying for me. And by the way, you may have heard the CEO of Walmart yesterday on the steps we've taken. He said, and I quote, the combination of private enterprise and government working together has been really successful, Biden said. We're going to say, all the way through the supply chain, there's a lot of innovation. With the actions we've taken, things have begun to change. End of